Hello everyone! Well, hubby was craving a pistachio loaf cake, so I made him one and I'm going to share with you how I did it, and we made it from scratch. Also our wonderful glaze to go on top. Ready? Let's get started. These are the ingredients that I'm going to be using, and I'm also going to be using some baking powder. I forgot to put that up there, but I'm going to be using some baking powder, and in the description box below I will share with you a list of all the ingredients I'm using to make this pistachio loaf cake from scratch. So first we're going to get together our dry ingredients. So in my bowl, and this bowl here is a medium-sized bowl that I'm using. My larger bowl, we're going to make the slurry. So with my flour, you see how I like to scoop my flour into my measuring cup? That's going to make all the difference because we don't want to pack too much flour in there, and then you want to go ahead and level that off. So this is 1 cup, and I'm using unbleached all-purpose flour, but you can also use just regular all-purpose flour. And so that's my 2nd cup, and I've leveled that off and scooped my flour into my bowl. Now to my flour, we're also going to be adding some salt. And so I'm just going to use just regular table salt, and I'm going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of regular table salt. I'm going to share with you also some of the ins and outs to make this loaf cake come out so good. And also I'll share with you a couple of tips about if you want to make different variations of loaf cakes. So next I'm going to put in some baking powder. This is our leveling ingredient, and this is going to help our loaf cake to rise. So we're putting in 2 teaspoons. I'm using 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So far in my bowl I have my 2 cups of flour, I have my 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I have my 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now I'm going to be using my instant pistachio Jell-o pudding mix. I'm using the Jell-o brand, but you can use any brand of the instant pistachio pudding. This is the 3.4 ounce size. So this is a 3.4 ounce box. Now when it comes to the instant Jell-o pudding, you can mix it. Well, I'm going to mix this around, but when it comes to the Jell-o pudding, you can use vanilla instead of using the pistachio if you wanted to make a vanilla version. You could use lemon instant pudding if you wanted to make a lemon version. During the holidays, I like to make a Christmas eggnog one, and I've made that before on my channel. So in the description box, I'll put a link to that one, and I made it using French vanilla and a couple of extra spices. That comes out really good, really great for the holidays. After I mix my dry ingredients, in my large bowl, I put 1 cup of sugar, and then to that, I'm going to be adding in some eggs. I have 2 large eggs that I have at room temperature. The room temperature eggs, as I always let y'all know, will blend much better into your mixes and into your batters. So this is 2 large eggs. I like to most of the time put my eggs in a separate bowl when I crack them, just in case I get an eggshell in there. It is easier to fish an eggshell out of a smaller bowl than when you have that eggshell in that large bowl with your other ingredients. It could just really be a hassle. So for me, I just like to crack my eggs separate. So in my bowl with the 1 cup of sugar, my 2 large eggs, that's what I have in my large bowl so far. I use my whisk, and I'm going to whisk the egg and the sugar together till it's nice, light, and frothy. And there's no streaks of the egg whites. And so once I have this all mixed, I'm going to put in a little bit of extract. And the extract, and this is what it's looking like. And so the extract I'm putting in is almond extract. Now if you have pistachio extract, which sometimes, it can be hard to find, so a good substitute is the almond extract. And so I'm using a 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. But again, if you have pistachio extract, you can find it. A 1/2 teaspoon is what you want to use. And so I mix that around, and then I'm going to put in my milk. This is 1 cup of milk. Now my milk has been sitting on my counter, so my milk is not ice cold. It's not quite room temperature, but the chill definitely has been knocked off of it. The milk I'm using is 2% milk, and you can use 2% milk like I'm using, or either you can use whole milk. Either one of those milks will work good. Then I'm going to add in some vegetable oil. And the reason why I'm using the vegetable oil, I'm going to use a half a cup versus using butter, which you can use butter. And I actually used butter when I made my Christmas eggnog bread that I'm going to put that link down below for you because I wanted more of that butter forward flavor. And here I really want the pistachio flavor to more so shine through. And so I opted to use the oil, but you can use either one. And so the half a cup of the vegetable oil. If you don't have vegetable oil, you can also use canola oil. Canola oil will also work. So I'm going to whisk that in really good until all my ingredients are nice and well blended together. And if you are new to my channel, I want to welcome you in. And if you're a returner, I want to thank you for coming back. And if you enjoy the content, I hope you consider subscribing. Next, I put in my dry ingredients. I add in just half the dry ingredients to my wet ingredients. I like to do that versus pouring it all the dry ingredients at one time. This helps me not to have a big clumpy mess, and it's easier to make sure that I don't over mix, because over mixing our batter will toughen up our loaf cake. And so I do half of the ingredients, and then I mix the half ingredients around, and then I add in that second half. Sometimes I do it in thirds as well, but definitely you don't want to pour it all in at one time. Now this next step is something that's optional, but I like to give a little vibrancy to my loaf cake, my pistachio loaf cake. And so I'm going to use a little bit of this food coloring, and I'm going to use the green. I just need just one drop, and it's just going to give a little bit more vibrancy to the loaf cake. Now, if you're not using the drop of the food coloring, your loaf cake will still bake up to a soft green color, a soft pistachio green color. So you will still have that color in there without having to use the food coloring. But it's just something, like I said, it's optional. And then with the batter, I like to go around the sides and then also do just like a nice gentle stir. And I also like to press out any large lumps that I see as I rotate my bowl. Now, once my batter has come together, it's come together. We don't want to over mix it. And this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have those pieces of pistachio in there from the instant pudding, and you might have some small little lumps, and that's the Jell-o, the instant pudding. Those will dissolve as your loaf cake bakes up. So I have here a 9x5 loaf pan, and that I've sprayed with some non-stick cooking spray. Now, if you only have an 8x5 loaf pan, which is a little bit smaller, you can still make this cake. You're just going to go ahead and add about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your oven, about 5 to 10 minutes more to your baking time. Now, my oven is preheating on 350 degrees, and my loaf cake is going to bake up, and it's going to take anywhere from about 50 minutes to about 60 minutes. I'm going to check it at about 45 minutes to see how it's baking up. And then I also like to use a tester and test it in the middle, in the center, to see if I have any batter. If there's just maybe 1 or 2 crumbs, that's perfect, because you always have that carryover heat when you're baking something. And so it's going to bake at 350 for about 50 to 60 minutes. Check it at about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, just to see how it's baking up. I'm going to put this in the oven. My oven is nice and preheated. Well, my pistachio cake has baked in my oven for 55 minutes. I'm taking it out right now. Gonna let it cool. It has come out so nicely. See how beautifully it has baked up. Gonna let this cool for about maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And I like to use my butter knife to go around the sides just to kind of loosen it up. And then I like to just shake it a bit to make sure it's gonna lift up for me. Then in one quick motion, I lift it out of my loaf pan. I will let this cool until my loaf is nice and cool to the touch, because I'm going to glaze it. My little nephew right there, he is coming. I'm babysitting today, and I know he is really anticipating having some of this pistachio loaf cake. And so I'm going to let this cool though before I put my glaze on. Now you can glaze it, you can leave it unglazed. Now my loaf pan is now nice and cool. I put it on my cake plate. For my glaze, I'm using 1 cup of powdered sugar, and then 2 tablespoons of salted butter. And then in my little bowl here, I have 2 tablespoons of milk, and I'm using 2% milk. So that's 1 cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of soft salted butter, and then I also have 2 tablespoons of milk. And I'm just going to mix this around until it's nice and smooth. And again, the glaze is optional. You can use a glaze like I'm using. You can leave it plain with no glaze, or you can just doll it up with some powdered sugar on top. And I actually have a pistachio cake that I did, and it's a cake mix hack, and I'll also share that link in the description box below. And on that cake, I just did a powdered sugar glaze, just a powdered sugar rather, and it was just wonderful. And so I'll put that link in the description box below for your reference. I mix my glaze until it's nice and smooth, and it's going to look about like this. Now this is a glaze versus frosting. Frosting is usually a little bit thicker with the glaze, so you can make the glaze as thick or as thin as you want, but this here was using 2 tablespoons of milk. Now with my glaze, because I am using milk, any leftover loaf cake today, I'm going to store the rest of my cake in the refrigerator so it can keep like that. And I'll also cut some pieces so my niece can have some to take back home. Well, it is looking good. The glaze is going on well. Now, if you wanted to do this without milk, you can definitely go ahead and make your glaze by using water instead of using milk. The milk makes it a lot richer. You can also use half and half. I've used half and half before, and it just makes the glaze a little bit thicker and a little bit richer. And if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to show it some love and give it a thumbs up. Well, my nephew has called my name a couple of times, and so I know it is time for me to cut into this cake, share some with y'all, and cut some pieces for the boys. So this, oh my gosh, it is smelling good, and it is looking good. The holidays are coming up soon, and this is a wonderful cake to share for the office party. This is a wonderful cake to give away also to family and to friends and to neighbors. And like I was saying, you can leave the glaze off. You can make your glaze with water, or you can do a simple mixture of powdered sugar and water only. Well, this is what our pistachio loaf cake is looking like. I'm going to go ahead, cut us a piece, and let y'all have the first bite. This bite's for you. Go ahead and take your bite. Now I'm going to take my bite and see how we did today. This has come out so good. And it is nice and moist. It is just perfect. Well, I hope you give this recipe a try. And if you like other loaf cake recipes and recipes from scratch, I'll share those links with you as well in the description box, which is located underneath the title of this vlog. Well, I hope you enjoyed spending time with me in my kitchen. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, don't forget to show it some love and give it a thumbs up and click share. Share this video with a friend or family. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you can come back and visit me again in my kitchen. And remember, it's always good when Dyvonne is cooking for the family. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.